So it says here, Julian Assange remains politically persecuted for setting in motion the possible demise of the parasite class. What is the parasite class, you may ask? Well, the parasite class is a class of people that has developed systems of control that allow it to dictate much of what happens in this world. These systems of control rely heavily on the use of false propaganda narratives and political puppetry, which turn otherwise decent people against each other. The message for the parasite class has to be this: if you're a member of the parasite class, you have to do this positive reinforcement, and it goes like this. Being in the parasite class is poison to my mind and poison to society. I will not be part of the parasite class. I am not part of the parasite class. I will say this 3 times every night and 3 times every morning for the next 30 days. Now, we want specifically all these leaders who are against Julian Assange to read this to themselves every night and every morning. We also want them to say, persecuting Julian Assange is poison to our society. I will not persecute Julian Assange. I do not persecute Julian Assange. I will say this 3 times every night and 3 times every morning for the next 30 days. That ends whatever it is I've just done. Thank you.
So he flew all the way, Sean, this good one. All the way.
History.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
This is yeah, I found that book. Oh, great. This one. Oh, is that? But you
my main idea is to give out information to business people going through these thoroughfares because we get a lot of interest. So that's just the difference. That's really the difference. Online. This one is someone I'll give you our stuff as well.
Greetings!
This is maybe for your next one.
Now I've written about something.
Keep it up.
Here's the cop car sneaking by.
Yeah, just people don't know about us. We prefer to know about maps and narratives.
Well, I mean, we've been different.
Welcome to the 236th Julian Assange Sydney Town Hall gathering. Julian Assange remains politically persecuted for setting in motion the possible demise of the parasite class. What is the parasite class? The parasite class is the class of people that has developed systems of control that allow it to dictate much of what happens in this world. These systems of control rely heavily on the use of false propaganda narratives and political puppetry, which turn otherwise decent men and women against each other. The parasite class uses lies, secrecy, and censorship to maintain ignorance within our communities. The parasite class is not constrained by the morals or ethics of ordinary men and women, and therefore is able to engage in spreading harmful ideas through systematic messaging from the media and key politicians. In the past, constant false propaganda narratives have been enough to keep us from demonstrating our unity and keep the parasite class in a position of absolute control. Misguided wars, civil unrest and genocide are the result of the attempts of the parasite class to keep ordinary men and women ignorant of their true power. But we are all waking up. We are realizing that we are being lied to on a grand scale. With so many lies, words have become almost completely meaningless. Julian Assange showed us that there is a way to make words meaningful, and that is through scientific journalism. Julian published documents that prove we should not trust our politicians or their media. Julian has been openly persecuted for more than 13 years And during that time, the governments of the UK, the US and Australia have demonstrated their unbroken allegiance to the corruption that Julian's journalism exposed. Just one moment of standing against corruption would have been enough for any of them to free Julian. Of course, as we know, none of them did, because every one of them is deeply under the control of the parasite class. The parasite class is dependent on the corruption of democracy for its own interests. But we are waking up. The more we learn about how the world really works, the closer we come to developing conscious unity. Conscious unity occurs when people realize that we are all on the same side and that we all have the right to express ourselves freely. The persecution of Julian Assange is unjust and an effort to prevent us all from learning the truth. When truth comes together, a more accurate picture of the world is made conscious in our minds. Julian Assange is a hero for publishing documents that help bring us the truth. People are waking up, and that will mean the demise of the parasite class. We can all help in bringing the truth together. By coming together and speaking our truth, we move forward on the path to conscious unity, which will defeat the parasite class and free Julian Assange. Join the fight to free the truth. Join the fight to free Julian Assange. Free, free Julian Assange. Free, free Julian Assange. Free, free Julian Assange. Thank you.
No, they dragged him out.
Yeah?
They dragged him out.
Yeah, no, free Julian Assange.
Thanks, mate.
Well, some good news this week, folks. There's a chap, an artist by the name of Sean Goodwill, who travelled all the way to the UK to prepare a portrait of Julian Assange. And he's just been put in the finalists. He's been selected as the finalist for the Archibald Prize. And to do so, he had to have at least one live sitting with the person that he was painting. So he travelled all the way to the UK and he lined up and got to see Julian inside, but he wasn't allowed to take a pencil and paper into the prison. He was only allowed to take £25 in cash with him so that he could spend it in the canteen when he was with Julian. And Julian suggested that what he should do was to buy some chocolate and with one of the leftover £5 notes to actually do the sketch of Julian inside Belmarsh with the chocolate on the £5 note. And that's what he did. And then he took that £5 note back to Australia and he prepared the portrait of Julian, which he submitted for selection in the Archibald, and it was announced, I think, yesterday that he is one of the finalists for the Archibald this year. So I would encourage you all to get down to the Art Gallery of New South Wales and have a look at the portrait. It's a terrific portrait, and also maybe vote for it for the People's Award. It would be wonderful if we could get it selected to win a prize at the Archibald Art Contest at the Art Gallery of New South Wales from the 6th of June. The Archibald Art Prize is a very prestigious prize, and the finalists' works are hung in the Art Gallery of New South Wales. So get along to the Art Gallery of New South Wales on the 6th of June, after the 6th of June, and have a look at the portrait of Julian by Sean Goodwell. And please vote for the People's Choice Award. Please do that.
I agree with you. I just don't know what we can do.
Well, it's good to have one of these. It's got all the... Oh, por alguna razón siento conexión con Julian. Es un héroe. He's a hero. So, free Julian. Libre Julian.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Do you want to say free Julian?
free Julian, eh? That's the one.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care, man.